Welcome to Fix My Business. I'm your host, Scott Todd. I've built multiple seven-figure businesses, and I advise companies and company founders on how to do the same thing for their business. And I help you grow your business by answering your questions, because I think that when we look at what other people are stuck on, we can see how to avoid those same traps within our own business. So today's question comes from Rebecca, and she writes, I'm in a mastermind group and everyone is talking about AI agents, and I don't even know where to start. It's making me wonder if I'm going to be able to keep up because people have such a head start on me. Rebecca, first, I think that it's important to understand that AI, automation, technology, all of that is going to produce FOMO. And that FOMO is, well, it's a real feeling that you're going to have. It's overwhelm is what it comes down to. Look, here's the reality. The reality of the situation is that technology is coming at us faster and faster and faster. And like I just wrote a keynote speech on this as to why it is. I'll abbreviate for you. It's good. Technology is going to continue to come faster at us because of the development cycles that are there. And we are not able to adjust that fast. In the past, we could. In the past, the technology came at us at a slower pace, but today it's coming at us faster and faster. And so the rule that you need to give yourself, the rule that you need to put into place here is that you need to be curious, but you don't want to chase tools. I do not want you chasing tools, because every day you would just go, oh, look, that's cool, and I'm going to go chase that one. And it's never about the tool. It's always about your business, the value that you're creating, and then you're looking for how you can overlay technology into that. But so many people, they want to do away with people and replace the people with AI or AI agents. And I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying that that is a whole rabbit hole that you're going to have to go down. And it's a commitment to you and your business, and it will transform your business both in a good way or potentially in a bad way. It just depends on how it's executed. Okay. It all comes down to execution. So don't chase the tools. And I also want you to always remember, as the technology is coming at us faster and faster and faster, what I want you thinking about is the old story of the tortoise and the hare. Okay. Slow and steady won the race. And it's going to be the exact same thing with this technology. And like my Instagram feeds are filled with tech and AI and all the newest models and everything like that. And I even have to remind myself, hey, slow and steady. We're learning. Everybody's learning at the same pace. And while it might seem that somebody has, some experience that you don't have, so what? You have other experiences that they don't have. That's just the way that it's always been. So don't fall into the hype machine. Okay. Now, here's some rules. Here's some things that I want to really think about. And I kind of mentioned it, but AI and tech are going to come at us faster and faster and faster. We can think through the fact that if you, like I use Claude a lot, man, it seems like every day they're shipping a new update. Every day I get a notification that says, hey, you got to update your software here. So they're shipping faster and faster, and that's not going to change. It's going to continue. That's the way that it is. New AI models are going to come. Every day I'm reading about a new AI model, and I don't have to necessarily act on it, but if I'm just making myself aware of it because I'm curious, then I'm going to be in a much better situation. Let me give you an example. Yesterday, I heard about an AI model that is really, really good at reading documents, really good at OCR. And OCR is the optical character recognition. So OCR is really, really good at that. It's a super thin model, which means that it can basically run on almost any machine, super fast. It does a job very, very well. And I think that that's what we're going to see with AI models, is that they become more problem specific. Like, this model is for this type of a problem. I think that that's where it's going to go. I mean, what do I know? None of us really know anything, but that's my guess, is that the models will be specific to one solvable problem. And then we will choose the right model for the right job. These general large language models probably would still be in existence, but I think that we'll have more specific models. going back, the OCR model, like it's really good at reading documents. And all of a sudden I'm thinking like, hey, where is that a pain point in my business? I don't necessarily have to solve it today. I just need to capture it. I need to know that that's out there. I need to remember that, hey, there's this model that's out there that I could probably leverage in the future. And then as time permits, as I'm exploring and as I'm testing things, then maybe I'll go back and load that model. Maybe I'll go back and do something with it. But if you're saying, I don't know where to begin, which is in your question, what I would say to you is that you need to make time to learn. You have to learn this stuff, right? Like, and again, you don't have to be the master of it, because all the people that you see out there talking about it, they're all going to become the masters of it. And I'm not left behind. It's just like any other thing. I need to understand what's out there, what's capable. And then I need to find people who can go do this and help me to do it for my business. But again, it's never a race. And I think that you really, really, really need to give yourself a break, because the most important thing, and I get this from Dan Sullivan from Strategic Coach, the number one job that you have is to protect your confidence. And if your confidence is being shattered by AI and automation, all this other stuff, well, then that's a terrible experience or a terrible spot to put yourself into. And I don't want you to do that. Okay. So protect your confidence, give yourself a break, give yourself some grace, make time to learn. And there's some cool things coming. I know there is. There's some cool technology coming, and don't let it consume your life with FOMO. All right. Appreciate the question. And if you have a business question, head over to scotttodd.net/ask. I'll get your question on the air, and I will see you in the next episode.